Good evening. Hope everyone is doing well. Another day. And, it looks like things are getting kind of kicked off, kind of crazily. A lot of stuff going on. I don't have some of it, oddly enough. There was an incident in New York that involved somebody, I guess, trying to kill people in Rochester. And oddly enough, I don't have that on the radar tonight. I don't know. It doesn't seem. You would think something like that on New Year's, right? You would think that would be just what everybody, but it's not. So, in fact, everybody really isn't talking about much. But what is out there is rather interesting. So I want to thank, I'm just going to say Ron, for donating. That was awesome. Thank you, sir. That came in very, very handy. I am most concerned news-wise with this situation that's unfolding. Actually in Lebanon. There's only so many times that you can go in and commit military operations in countries that you're not welcome in or you weren't invited in before somebody's going to touch back. And I think that it's probably getting pretty close to that. So Israel took out a high-ranking official of Hamas, and was done so in Beirut. So and of course they've been on, for years they've been sneaking over the border in Syria. I think that there are some countries that are getting tired of it. And I have a feeling that you're going to see the situation change there pretty quick. To go along with all of that, you've got countries like Saudi Arabia. We got this in the news tonight. They're joining up with BRICS. And so they're moving away from the petrodollar. So pretty soon the BRICS dollar is probably going to be for fuel. Imagine that. The two things that has propped up our economy is the petrodollar and the dollar being the world reserve currency. Now with it being very much in danger of losing both of those, yikes. So, but I'm not telling anybody anything. If you're here, you already know. As far as the economy, we've been done for a long time. A long, long time. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. And in order to put us in the particular position that we are in, there was decades of the nation, basically companies selling out the American people, going and seeking labor and goods, items, raw items, if you will, to make products, seeking them for the come on, that's the name of the game, to try to reduce your input and maximize your output, right? So there's got to be a balance, though, and I think what happened is there are a lot of things that were deregulated, a lot of things that were, and I'm not one for a bunch of regulations and stuff like that, but when it comes to goods, we kind of need to make sure that some of that business stays in our own country. And when we got into all these different trade agreements, like NAFTA, just to name one, but and all the others, there were some people that were really making it out well. But for the most part, for most of us, we may not have seen the damage that was happening at that time, because it takes a long time for all that to get worked through all the systems. Now, mind you, we've been benefiting from much advancement in technology, even when it comes to logistics and us getting our everyday items, because now with the just-in-time delivery systems that a whole lot of stores are going with, that's gonna put a hurting on us quick. So I don't know. I don't know. With everything, I am concerned about this conflict stuff, because it does look like all the nations that have had a hankering to go thump on somebody, it seems like they're getting ready to go thump on somebody. So I do see that happening. I really do. I see Putin really ramping stuff up in Ukraine. I see Hezbollah and others really ramping stuff up with Israel. And possibly, we could have an issue with of course, China and Taiwan. Now, something that was really kind of hitting the news feeds for a moment there, but now I'm not really starting to hear much more about it. And what was that? Guyana and Venezuela, over there in Brazil. Yeah, that looked like it was going to get a little nasty, but then all of a sudden, things kind of quietened up with that pretty quick. Let's see. Yeah, I know what that is, Jen. Anywho, we also have a manhunt going on from Mossad agents, and apparently over there in the UK, folks are stealing food to sell on the black market. Well, that's what the article says. You know, I'm sure that happens everywhere, probably everywhere all the time, to be real honest, but I don't think quite on the level of what we're going to be seeing it and what it already is. So anyway, I'm just going to run through. I've only got 4 articles up. I was going to make it just kind of a easy, cheesy night and run through these articles, read the headlines, get the heck out of here, and relax. So I'll tell you, when I had told everybody when I first took the hiatus for about the first 5 to 7 days, it was rough. It was rough not doing the show. But after that, I didn't even think about it really so much. I went on going on whatever I was doing. I didn't have to pause for nothing. I didn't, and it was nice. It was nice. But I was sent here for a reason with a purpose, and so I'm here. But I think the little break was definitely needed. So anyway, let's hop on over to the web view here. Have another sip of coffee. All right. Let's see. Hamas deputy killed in Beirut blast. A drone strike in the Lebanese capital of Beirut has killed Hamas deputy leader Saleh al-Arori. The Palestinian militants and local security sources blame the attack on Israel, and Hezbollah leader Nassan Nasrallah has previously vowed to retaliate against such strikes. Al-Arori was among 7 people killed in a blast in Beirut's southern suburb of Daiyeh on Tuesday, local media reported. Lebanese security officials told Reuters and other news outlets that the Israeli drone was responsible. Al-Arori was founding commander of Hamas military wing, and at the time of his death was the deputy chairman of the group's political bureau. In keeping with their policy of silence on extraterritorial assassinations, Israeli military officials, see how they've got these special rules. Military officials refused to comment on the attack, which marked the first time that the Jewish state struck Beirut since the 2006 war with Lebanon. Izzat al-Rishq, a member of the Hamas political bureau, described al-Arori's killing as a cowardly assassination by Israel, which proves once again the abject failure of his enemy to achieve any of its aggressive goals in the Gaza Strip. While Israel has been waging war against Hamas for almost 3 months, it has refrained from any large-scale attacks on Lebanon, instead engaging in tit-for-tat clashes with Hezbollah militants along the Israel-Lebanon border. And it goes into what Hezbollah is and yada, yada, yada. So, and that pretty much, the tit-for-tat, tits, tats, whatever, pretty much sums it up, right? Just, I don't know, go to L.A., some real sleazy-looking street, and maybe somebody's got a coupon for tits for tats. Maybe if somebody coupon, I don't know. It could happen. I mean, maybe. Let's see. Manhunt for Mossad agents across Turkey. 33 arrests by MIT. Erdogan dismantles Israel's network. MIT and Turkish security forces have launched an unprecedented manhunt in several provinces of Turkey, arresting 33 people so far on suspicion of spying for Israel's Mossad intelligence agency. According to Turkish media, police are looking for 13 other suspects for ties to the Mossad in Israel, as was to be expected. There is great anger over Erdogan's move. The Israelis speak of an attack that was planned a long time ago. Anadolu, right, because we all know Anadolu, they reported that police simultaneously, thank you, phonics works, raided 57 locations in 8 provinces as part of an investigation launched by the Istanbul Prosecutor's Office's Counterterrorism Office. Hey, isn't that a double office? Without citing sources, the agency said the suspects were believed to have aimed to locate, track, and kidnap foreign nationals living in Turkey as part of the international espionage operations attributed to the Mossad. Bunch of Mossadians. Codename Mole, because that was original. Maybe they were just out of names. just call the mole a mole. I mean, nobody's going to expect that. Turkish police have arrested 33 people based in the country for allegedly spying for Israel. Turkish Interior Minister Ali Guralika announced on Tuesday. Police arrested the men in Istanbul and 7 other provinces on charges of conducting international espionage activities on behalf of Israel's Mossad Foreign Intelligence Agency. The Istanbul Prosecutor's Office claims that Turkish police uncovered a network of individuals who intended to carry out reconnaissance, stalking, assault, and kidnapping operations against foreign nationals in Turkey. Turkish police have previously broken up spy rings targeting Palestinians living in the country, but the latest arrests follow comments by Ronan Bar, the head of Israel's Shin Bet intelligence agency, who announced last month that Israel was determined to kill Hamas leaders in every location, including in Turkey. In Gaza, in the West Bank, in Lebanon, in Turkey, in Qatar, everywhere, he said, in a video broadcast by Khan Public Broadcaster in December. It's going to take a few years, but we'll be there to do it. In response, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said that if they commit such a mistake, they should know they will pay a very heavy price for it. What is that? How do you say that? Yolikaya. Yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure those letters aren't supposed to be together. Said that suspects were immediately arrested during an operation codenamed Mole. A senior Turkish intelligence official told Middle East Eye that Ankara wanted to ensure that no foreign intelligence service could operate in the country without permission. In line with our previous warning that any attempted illegal operation in Turkey would have serious consequences, we strongly discourage all concerned parties from engaging in similar activities in the future, the officer said. Well, good for him. So yeah, if you're Mossad, I would lay low for a little bit. Because I'm sure so many Mossad agents watch this show. Gotta watch Watchman. See what our next move is. Alright. Let's talk about the black market and what kind of deals we can find. Well, I mean... I need a vape. And I need my watch. That's all I need. By the way, remember that was an assignment to watch the movie The Jerk. So, if you have not seen the movie The Jerk with Steve Martin, you're hereby being voluntold to watch The Jerk by Steve Martin. Well, not by Steve Martin, but he was in it. Okay. Fun times. Trying to nick out. No. No, I do enjoy nicotine. Okay. I might be good for a moment. What's up, brother? Brits stealing food to sell on the black market, says a report. Well, I hope they give us some names and numbers, emails or something. Is there any free shipping? Is that available? The UK's cost of living crisis is fueling a record surge in shoplifting as people increasingly turn to the black market for food, The Guardian has reported, citing official data. Estimates by the British Retail Consortium show that retail thefts cost the industry £1 billion, or $1.3 billion, in 2023, the newspaper said. Meanwhile, Home Office data shows that shoplifting has reached its highest level since records began, while the number of unresolved incidents has also risen. Pardon me. According to the report, the items most commonly stolen are meat, cheese, and sweets. Ooh, hang on. Which are typically considered high-value goods that can be resold. The items are being stolen in large quantities from shops and trucks in order to be sold to people hit by soaring prices. So I guess people are buying their food cheaper on the black market. And that's why they're buying off the black market, because that's the best coupon available. So coupons at the black market. Remember that. I don't know if they print these out. I don't know if they send emails. I don't know, but hook a brother up. It says the cost of living crisis has made people think of alternative ways of sourcing items that are essential to them, The chief executive of the British Independent Retailers Association, Andrew Goodacre, was quoted as saying, shops that had not previously faced shoplifting reported that the thieves were clearing whole shelves in seconds. Goodacre said, yeah, 'cause it's like they got these carts with these nice big openings and you can just go down the aisle with your arm on the shelf and just fill the cart, right? It's all designed, it's for bulk. That's bulk shopping. Stop doing that, UK. Stop doing that. When money is tight, when they've spent a long time saying no to other family members, the opportunity to buy something a bit more premium and high-end with ask no questions and off the back of a lorry, as it were, is appealing, she told The Guardian. Hey man, I know this guy. You go down to 297, right? Go around the back. You'll see his old beat up Monte Carlo off to the side. Don't pay attention to that. You don't need to know about that. But you go a little bit further and you'll see a trash can. The only one in the whole place. You'll see a trash can and just put the money in that, man. And then you walk another block until you hear this old lady screaming at her old man, and you don't need to know about that. Just keep on going, and you'll see another trash can, and that's where you get your goods. Are you guys really doing this? Probably not that dramatic, I would suppose. But, hey man, Fritos, $2.99. They were $3.50, but now they're $2.99. Fritos. They only expired 3 months ago. Come on, I know what I got. Trying to make money. That's messed up. I mean, that is really, truly messed up. Whew. Man. I can't even imagine. Huh. Hang on. I'm getting batteries. And my phone's going doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. But I don't see anything. Alright. Now we're batterified. Got our last link here. Saudi Arabia joins UAE with BRICS. Petrodollar end for USA. Russia and China control Straits, Suez, and global oil production. It's a mouthful, but an important mouthful. Let me have coffee. Oh, it's only 8:30. Damn. I kind of whipped through those. Hang on a moment. I'm beeping and booping. Yay. You didn't want to hear all that. Trust me. I got a big nose. Ah, okay. Hang on. Gotta let somebody in the door. Oh, sweet. That's where I went to college at. I know you're good. Seriously. Somebody asking to get into the local town group. LCCC, maybe you've heard of it. It's in Godfrey. It's Last Chance Community College. No, Lewis and Clark Community College. I'm sorry. That's that's where I reigned, if you want to call it that. we called it Last Chance Community College though, because that was more accurate. All right. Saudi Arabia State Television reported that the kingdom joined the BRICS group of countries along with UAE, Egypt, Ethiopia, and Iran. Iran. Oh. Turkey's current stance with the blockade of the two... Run, Iran, run! Watch out for Bubba. Turkey's current stance with the blockade of the two British warships in the Straits is not just by chance. Ankara is expected to follow the path of Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and the UAE and join the BRICS. Why don't they just call it PRICS, right? If they just changed the B to a P, people would be able to remember it much easier. Biden, and it would just roll off the tongue, right? PRICS. Yeah, we all know. We all deal in pricks. I mean, don't put me in charge of anything. Let's see. Suez Canal, the Straits, and majority of global oil production is now under BRICS control. That's actually a serious thing. Biden managed to make reality what War News 24/7 had written since 2022, to send a package to the BRICS UAE and Saudi Arabia. Gary Dugan, head of investments at Dalma Capital, emphasized that Saudi Arabia and the UAE will have easier access to developing markets of the BRICS countries on favorable terms. The addition of two major oil producers will strengthen their bargaining power and influence in OPEC+, while also giving them the space to align their strategies with other BRICS members. So essentially, what's going to wind up happening, or it's already been happening, is all these countries are just going to sidestep the US dollar. And the most impactful part of all of that is that all of the sanctions, many of which our nation has relied upon to keep afloat, no longer mean a damn thing. So, when you've got all these other nations that were under our thumb financially, economically, no longer the case. And I'm talking countries like Venezuela, Iran. I mean, all these countries like this. All the countries in the Middle East. You know, Afghanistan, Iraq. I mean, they're all going to be able to pretty much do whatever the hell they want now. Now, I say that, but I don't say it coming from a place of fear, because, man, if we got anything to fear, it's because of what our government's done abroad for, gosh, how long have we been a country now? So, that's probably what we need to be concerned with. Payback. Aside from that, now you got all these different nations that are pretty much going to be free to conduct business in a manner that they've wanted for a very long time. I think a lot of these countries would thrive if they were given the chance. But when you got greedy people that like power and money, you get what we've seen for the last at least couple hundred years. Alright. Let's do some headlines. Run out the door with our hair on fire. Well, it adds for the special effects. Let's see. Told you last night about the breaking news of the South Korean opposition leader stabbed in the neck. Yeah, not good. Got a couple. Well, I guess these couple were from last night as well. Zelensky promises to cut off Crimea in 2024. BRICS. Covered that. Israel rejects hostage deal with Hamas, says media. Russian oil refinery in EU state raided. Iran deploys Navy to Red Sea, says state media. Passenger jet catches fire in Tokyo. Powerful blast reported in Ukrainian city. Mickey Mouse enters public domain. Well, hey there. Yeah, I can't do impersonations, but he's in public domain now. Let's see. Russian neighbor, and believe me, I bet there's a ton of Mickey Mouse crap out now. Russian neighbor hikes oil transit levy. Russia explains target selection and new strikes on Ukraine. 3 more Ukrainian terrorist strikes on Belgorod repelled, says Moscow. Russia's rich get richer, says Bloomberg. Isn't that how it works globally? Let's see. 2024 is going to be even more crazy, says Elon Musk. Boy, that's really stretching to be accurate, isn't it? BRICS represents future of humanity, says Venezuelan president. Well, yeah, because now you're going to be setting pretty sweet. Tiger blocks road in remote Russian region. Well, did you ask it nicely to move? I mean, you get out, you walk up to the tiger, you introduce yourself. You gotta introduce yourself. That's only proper. And then if you just ask it, can you get up and get the hell out of my way? And, well, the tiger will either get up and get out of your way or he'll eat you. Either way, you'll get an answer. Either way, the problem will be solved. It's all good. Most German tanks given to Ukraine no longer working, says lawmaker. Ex-Ukrainian president promises to pay for restoration of Nazi museum. Turkey arrests suspected Israeli spies. Russian military take out Leopard tanks in Ukraine. NATO state won't let UK send minesweepers to Ukraine. France to change approach to Ukraine, says ambassador. Instagram influencer probed for burning Russian passport. Police called Soros home in prank. A Harvard president resigns amid plagiarism scandal. Doubts rise over Biden's 2020 election victory, says a poll. You think? Saudi Arabia officially joins BRICS, says state media. Oh, I covered that. Let's see. NATO member hoped for different result in Ukraine, says Prime Minister. Well, that's really telling us something. Hamas deputy, covered that. Chinese company surpasses Tesla. Let's see. Russia intercepts missiles aimed at Belgorod, says military. U.S. rejects Gaza ethnic cleansing proposal. Let's see. Ukraine to decide how to use U.S. missiles, says ambassador. Well, I'm pretty sure you point them at the enemy and light the fuse. Let's see. Trump fights 2024 election ban. Oh, and we got to go number 1. I mean, there's a number 1 up there. Bernie Sanders calls to defund Israeli war on Gaza. So, let's share that out to the Twitterers. There she blows. Alright. Yippee-ki-yay. And all that cow petty stuff. Well, that is the news. I am going to jet on out of here and relax for the rest of the evening. And God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. I hope to see you then. Again, I want to thank Ron. That really did truly help. Thank you very much, sir. And with that, I will see you all tomorrow. As always, God bless you. We love you. Be one with your spirit. And shalom.